Good morning. It's actually the morning as well. No need for the after morning mentions. It's the morning. How are we all doing? Welcome in to twitch.tv/Ice Cream Uploads on today, Friday, the 10th of December, one day after Bibby's birthday, 1 week since my birthday. Just I'll get that in there. But also, Christmas Jumper Day. Feliz Navidad. Feliz Navidad. Fucking yeah. Are we all wearing Christmas jumpers this morning? I'm wearing a Christmas jumper. Let's check in on Bib. Bibby's wearing a Christmas jumper. Yeah. Are you guys wearing Christmas jumpers? If not, why not? Why? I mean, we need reasons. If not. How are we all doing though? Welcome in. Today's show only has 2 stories. Because we thought that would be more than enough. Because the stories that we have today are pretty meaty. There's one of them which could be meaty, but might not be meaty, but could be as well, which is the fact that PUBG has finally gone free to play. It should have done that a long time ago. They've tried to do it twice before. Well, they tested it twice before. It is now finally going free to play. So anyone that wants to play PUBG with me, nice. Also, shout out to Big Zombie Monkey Spike, who bought the game last week and then got his money back because now he can get it back again for free. Yay! So nice. So PUBG's gone free to play, but that was announced in last night's Game Awards show, and it was packed full of news. There was tons of it. So that is the reason we only have 2 stories today. One of them is the Game Awards. The other one is the PUBG announcement that was in the Game Awards. So we will start with the Game Awards news, go through all of that, and there is tons to go over. So yeah, do feel free to stick around for the next hour or so. We're not going to stick around today. We are going to try to fly through the news because Bibby has to be out of the door in 40 minutes. So he might not be around till the very end of the show. So we'll do our thing. Am I fuck wearing a Christmas jumper? Says Tito. No, you're wearing 2. We know you missed the festive over there. I'm going to change your name to Tito. Ho, Merry Christmas in full across Twitch. So yeah, that's it. That's the one. Good morning, Tito. Ho. Tito got in nice and early, as did Cameron. Mr. Pequila Let's go. How are we doing? Luke Pastille, how the devil are you, sir? How's your Friday going, dude? Enzo, first? Nope. Tazebad says, I was. No. Cameron was before you, and Tito was before him. So, no. Nice tries, though. So, Enzo was actually 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6th. There you go, Enzo. So not quite first. Did someone say Fight Club? I don't know. Did we? Did we say Fight Club? We don't talk. We don't. Maybe I didn't. We don't talk about that in here. That's the first and second rules. My God. Good morning-ish, gents. Good morning, Gagad. Too warm to wear a Christmas jumper, says Gagad. I mean, I've got a Christmas jumper and a T-shirt because it's hardcore. So, yeah, although I always wear a T-shirt and a Christmas jumper because fuck that. Not in Scotland, it's not. Oh, no, Gagad's a Scotsman. He doesn't wear anything ever now because he's just like gruff. Like they'd be like, yeah, Santa Claus is coming past on a sleigh. Gaggard will be like, we just like some horn rimmed sunglasses on and flip flops. Hurry, Santa pal. Hurry there. Hey, you got your big coat on, have you? Yeah, we. That's exactly what Gaggard sounds like. By the way, I've heard it. I've never heard it, but I'm assuming.
Yeah, we funny.
PS6 and Xbox Series XX announced too. There we go. I did the scared face, like the shocked scream face for the YouTube thumbnail. If you want to do that, yeah, nice. I know a bit nice. How are we all doing though? It is in this part of Scotland. I'll take a top 10. Nice. Sound like a United fan there. Anyway, wow, it's actually morning. What's going on, gents? I know. Hope you had an awesome birthday evening, Bibby, says Timeless. You missed out my kilt, says Gagad. It's not about the kilt, it's about what's underneath it, mate. Legs, obviously, that's what I meant. I think that's what all Scottish people sound like on the internet. I mean, that's what they all sound like when I try to impersonate them. It's one of those things, so my bad. So, Bib, what did you get up to on your birthday?
Went to Salita last night. You've been to Salita, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a few up and down. I think there's a few down south. I don't know if it's just a northwest thing, but there's one in Didsbury, there's one in Manchester. So went there last night. It was 50% off the entire menu and lasts until Sunday. However, the service at the Didsbury one, which has just reopened, was horrific. It took 2 hours to have a starter and the main.
Wow.
2 hours. Yeah, it was shocking. And then when I got my cheeseburger spring rolls, one of them looked like it had been in the fryer too long. It was just black, and the meat on the inside was a little bit black. I thought, do you know what? If I send this back, I'm going to be here another hour. So I just put extra mustard on that part. But yeah, I love Salita. I probably won't go back to that one again. I'll probably go to the one in Northern Quarter because I've never been let down with that one before.
Yeah.
But yeah, I love Salita. So yeah, that was pretty much my evening, considering it took up a large chunk of it.
Spent 4 days in Salita, yeah.
I mean, if they just kept on pouring us with cheeseburger spring rolls, I would have been a very, very happy bunny. But yeah, that was pretty much my evening, to be fair, because I didn't really have time to do anything else.
See, that's where I'd been like taking a picture of that, full on social media complaint, get myself a voucher for next time.
You see, I would have done that. And if we was paying full price, then absolutely. But I don't think they was meant to do this. It was 50% off everything, which isn't usually drinks, Graham.
No.
So between there was 7 of us yesterday. The whole bill came to £104. They took 50% off the drinks as well.
Suckers!
So I feel like if I start to rant a little bit too much, I will end up owing them money, which I'm not in the business for.
It's fine. We'll call it quits, mate. Yeah, nice.
So yeah, it was meant to be like £210 or something like that, but it ended up being like 105
for 4 people. So that's like 26 quid ish each. That to be fair, 26 quid is enough like for a Salita burger and a drink. The burgers are that good. I'd happily spend 26 quid on a good drink and a good burger. And then if I got some shithouse cheeseburger spring rolls on top of that, that's an added bonus. So yes, please. Winner chicken dinner. Winner overcooked dinner, more like. But still, we got there either way.
The burger was still banging. The burger was still unreal.
Yeah.
But that's exactly what you pay for when you go to Salita, don't you?
100%. 100%. There's nothing worn under my kilt at all. It's all in the perfect way. I bet it is. Mrs. Gaggad. Do they have gravy on chips? If so, I'm out, Tito. Get out. Just drop your sword of power at the door on the way out. God damn it. Exactly, Graham says Timeless, because he said, I'd have gotten my money back, sir. It's all right. Bibby's got his money worth. It's good. Should have gone to Five Guys. I do love a good Five Guys. Love Five Guys.
I love Five Guys.
At any time. Yeah. But anyway, welcome into the stream. Let me pick up the pace now, because obviously Bibby did have his birthday yesterday, and we didn't make a song and dance out of that at all. No song was had yesterday at all. If you didn't see it, check out the post on our social media. Bibby enjoyed himself. Absolutely loved it.
Oh, really?
But today the show must go on to something else, because today we are talking about the fact that we have the biggest news, the biggest reveals, the biggest trailers from last night / this morning's 2021 Game Awards show. That is pretty much the entirety of this broadcast. So do stick around for that. We will then finish up with a little bit more of a focus on the fact that PUBG does go free to play next year, which is a good point for me to stop a little bit and just let you guys know a couple of things about us. So we, as you may have seen, have been on the front page of Twitch a few times, and we have another front page slot booked in for tomorrow morning. So we go live each and every single weekday, twitch.tv/Ice Cream Uploads at 10 a.m. ish. Tomorrow we will be live at 10 a.m. without the ish. I mean, yeah. I know. You don't have to believe me. But we will be live at 10 a.m. tomorrow morning playing PUBG on the front page of Twitch. So hopefully chat is popping, because the last time we were on the front page of Titch, nice. The last time we were on the front page with Tits, we had 3,500 people on our channel. So hopefully we get some of that sort of stuff tomorrow. So Twitch. Tomorrow, 10 a.m., twitch.tv/Ice Cream Uploads. We will be live, front page, so hopefully we'll get some big numbers. That then leads us to this. If I can bring up my browser. Where is it? Where is Chrome? There it is. Now. So this, as you can see on stream, this hasn't been posted yet. This is a tweet that we've got prepped and ready to go. 24-hour giveaway. We have a PUBG Winner Chicken Dinner plush up for grabs, thanks to the Koyo store. For a chance to win, follow Ice Cream Uploads, retweet this tweet, tag a friend, and it ends at 11:59 tomorrow, UK only. We also have a bunch of other PUBG giveaways happening tomorrow too. So if I scroll down, next tweet, we have a water bottle, a bar blade, an Erangel pin badge set, a level 3 helmet pin badge, a PVC patch set, a winner chicken dinner keyring. All of those will be given away live in the chat tomorrow. We'll do some raffles as we run through the stream. We will have those 6, is it 6? It is 6 raffles in the stream. We will announce the follow and retweet winner, ideally within the stream. That one may slip till after the stream, depending on timings and stuff. But we will be giving the entire set of stuff that we got from Koyo away yesterday. Winners, everything. Nice. So do feel free to join us. Twitch front page from 10 a.m. tomorrow. And now, tweet all. So those tweets are now going out onto the internet. So if you want to head to twitter.com/Ice Cream Uploads, you can find, I'll give you guys the link in the chat. Paste. Boom. There you go. You guys can get involved with that straight away. Just head to twitter.com/Ice Cream Uploads. Get involved with that tweet. Follow, retweet, tag your friend, get involved, let everyone know. And then do feel free to join us from 10 o'clock tomorrow morning for the scoop. Not the scoop, the PUBG's live on the front page. Let's go! For now, though, Mr. Bibb, should we jump into some news?
Why not?
Nice.
Why not?
Nice. Actually, before we do, Twitch tells you ahead of time before they put you on the front page. They do, ish. We found out today that we're going to be on the front page tomorrow. Yay! So we are going to be on the front page tomorrow. That's a partner thing. So obviously we're PUBG partners. We used to do it pretty often, but we've kind of been
partners.
You get me. But we've kind of been busy, so we've not really done much on that sort of front. But now, front page, tomorrow.
I'm dusting off the old pad as well, do you know what I mean? Dusting off the old PUBG pad.
You might want to start the updates running today because there was an update yesterday. So yeah.
Was there?
Yeah,
okay. Yeah, got you.
Nice. Get Out, Gravy is amazing. Morning, by the way. Morning, Jack. Hey, how are we doing, dude?
Morning.
I was going to ask if I could join in tomorrow, but if I do now, it's going to look like I'm just after the fame. You are absolutely 100% after the fame. I get it. How much has Nietzsche paid you this time? It depends. He did say he wanted the water bottle the other day. So if Nietzsche actually wins the water bottle tomorrow, I hope he doesn't win the water bottle tomorrow. I mean, I hope he does, but I also hope he doesn't. I hope he gets what he wants.
We can't have that twice in a week.
Yeah, exactly.
We cannot go through this again.
Taze Bad says, bastards, don't use Twitter. Well, we'll still have some giveaways within the stream. The only thing we're giving away on Twitter is the plush. So if I open up this box, because it's all down here next to me, it's this, the chicken dinner plush Teddy in the box. That's the only thing that is given away on Twitter. Everything else is being given away in the stream from 10 a.m.-ish. So we'll spread that out over the course of the full stream. So it might be unsociable hours for you, Taze Bad, because it'll be 10 a.m. till mid-afternoon-ish kind of thing. But yeah, feel free. Scandals, exactly. Bastards, hate you, unsubbing. Get out of here, Taze Bad. Anyway, back into the show. So we'll talk about the giveaways and stuff after Bibby's gone, because obviously he's not got too long to stick around for. So we will pick up the pace and jump into the actual content of the show. So this is what we're all here for, right? We didn't watch this along last night because it didn't start until 1 a.m. last night and then finished up about 3 a.m. Well, this morning, should I say. So yeah, it's not something we were going to watch live, so we can do the recap now. This is written by Andrew Webster at The Verge, and it says the biggest news and trailers from the 2021 Game Awards. Another busy night. Where's it? There we go. Couldn't find my mouse. So it's that time of year. The Game Awards, a 3-hour-long event where the awards take backstage to trailers and reveals. This year's show was a busy one with news covering everything from Star Wars and The Expanse to Halo and Among Us. We've even got a new Alan Wake. Also, Sting was there. Nice. Yeah. If you weren't able to catch the show live, here are all the biggest announcements that you missed. So you can explore the Matrix in Unreal Engine. So Epic's latest demo for Unreal Engine 5 isn't just a pretty cinematic, but rather an interactive feature you can download for free right now on a PlayStation 5. Even better, it's a chance to explore the cyberpunk world of The Matrix ahead of the 4th movie's release later this month, which we just so happen to get a fresh look at tonight as well. For even more, be sure to check out our interview with Keanu Reeves and Carrie-Anne Moss. Next, we get Alan Wake 2. Actually, shall I run through the entire article, or do we want to sit still and talk as we go? What are we thinking?
Well, this article, it kind of takes the best of There were so many articles that I read this morning about the Game Awards last night. Naturally, because that was the big news of the day. There was some articles that had all 50 trailers and breakdowns of those, but this is the only one I could find that kind of merged all the top things that you'd expect into a nice little segments for us to be able to go through. So yeah, I'm not too sure whether or not we should just pick out stuff that we think might be worthwhile looking at. But I mean, to be fair, arguably, nearly all of this is worth talking about, which is a difficult show.
Well, let's talk about it as we go, because that way we do have the PUBG bit that we want to kind of finish up on. So that's within this article as well. So we'll stop there. Okay, explore the Matrix in Unreal Engine. So the latest Unreal Engine 5 demo, the last one we got was Lumen in the Land of Nanite. If anyone doesn't remember that, it was fucking badass. It was basically Tomb Raider meets what's that one that looks like a Disney film, a Pixar film that's just come out? I can't remember.
Kenna.
Yeah, it looked like Kenna Bridge of Spirits meets Tomb Raider meets Uncharted kind of stuff, but like ridiculously good. It looked like that. That was about 18 months ago that came out. It looks incredible, and now you get to play incredible with the Matrix hands-on. Did you see that, by the way, babe? Have you seen any of this?
I've watched a few trailers that stood out to me this morning, but again, if I'd have watched every trailer, this show would not be going ahead now.
We'd still be sat there.
It'd have been there all morning. Yeah. So I have only seen a handful of it, because obviously I want to be able to have this kind of conversations with you at the same time. So yeah, I haven't seen them all.
I've literally I've not seen any of this, so I'm just going through the article. I'm catching up as we go. Hopefully, you guys in the chat can help fill in the gaps as we go.
Yeah.
Let me just.
Do you not think that that Alan Wake picture looks like Jared Leto?
See the Alan Wake picture. I don't see Jared Leto. I see Bradley Cooper with a beard. That's what I see. Bradley Cooper, but no, actually, not even just Bradley Cooper with a beard. What was the film called? The one where he takes a tablet and it makes him faster, bigger, stronger, more smart. Limitless. That's Bradley Cooper from the start of Limitless, when he's a bum that's a writer that can't do anything. That's what I see there. 100%. Okay, let me jump back through the chat. So I've gone through that a little bit first about exploring the Matrix in Unreal Engine. Did anyone in the chat watch this last night, by the way? No chance I'm joining in to be embarrassed globally then. Yay! Let's get Tino on the front page. You can fit the chicken head in your mouth, if anyone was wondering, says Nacho. Nice. Have you got one of these? The Koyo PUBG chickens then, Nacho? I haven't tried to insert it anywhere, so I don't know. Mr. C says, it takes two. Hashtag Asim knows. You goddamn right you know. I would join in tomorrow, but no doubt I'll want sleep more. Although recently I don't get much sleep, so could well be awake. Timeless says, glimpse into off-screen Nacho? Maybe. Mr. T says, you should all try the Matrix tech demo. It's incredible. Faces are a bit janky at times, but the rest is mind-blowing. Insane from a technical and visual standpoint. See, I don't mind things like that, faces being janky, because it is just a technical demonstration. So you expect a tech demo ideally doesn't have any bugs, but it's not a finished product. I know it's a promotional product, so the idea is that it doesn't have any bugs, because why would you want to use something that's broken to promote something else? But it's meant to show you, obviously, the extent of stuff. But if it's to use your words, mind-blowing, that's what you want. You want new technology to show. Actually, it's not all technology plus. It's new, it's different, it's bigger, it's faster, it's better. So seeing what was it procedural? I can't say the word. Procedurally, there we go. Procedurally generated textures ish. Kind of got there eventually. You see landscapes being designed on the fly. Seeing lighting being responsive to changes in landscapes on the fly, without any pre-programming. Just done from the power of the engine. Mm-hmm. That sort of stuff sounds super simple. Oh, the ground will go. Okay, this is a rocky ground. Let's make 1,000 miles of rocky ground. And just it'll render it in. about
Yeah.
100 meters away before, or whatever your rendering distance is, your draw distance, as you go. And it's not all the same. It's not just mirror image. It's different rocks. It's different so on. And it builds it as it goes. And then when you destroy that roof above you and different bits of rock fall through and it breaks light beams and stuff like that, just seeing that is enough to kind of blow my mind. So the Lumen in the Land of Nanite stuff got my attention. Now putting that into a Matrix environment, yes please. I mean, there's so much you can do with the Matrix anyway. You can do whatever you want in the Matrix. So yeah, exciting. Timeless says, I think I tried it on screen. You was choking your chicken on stream? God damn. Timeless says, I downloaded the Matrix thing last night. Have you played it yet, Timeless? What are your thoughts? UE5 is a beast of an engine. Can't wait to see what devs do with it. Yeah, I mean, one of the things with the PUBG is obviously there was a couple of leaks yesterday. If anyone saw Player IGN's stuff yesterday, he was saying that he thought PUBG was going to be going free to play and being announced. And there's a potential for next gen announcements. PUBG's built on Unreal Engine, so PUBG UE5, yes please. Nietzsche, this time gifting a sub to himself for a change. Yay! The ironic thing is that Nietzsche has been a sub ever since he came across our channel, which wasn't too long ago in the grand scheme of the world. But despite giving out 134 subs on this channel, only 4 of them have gone to himself. That is madness. That is madness.
Mental, ain't it? Mental.
God, thank you very much, Nietzsche. I appreciate it, dude. Welcome in. Where did we get to? It's on Xbox too. Oh, okay. I only went for PS5 because it mentioned that in this. And I remember I assumed, and obviously incorrectly, that Epic and Unreal Engine 5, when they mentioned Lumen in the Land of Nanite and that trailer when it was announced, it was confirmed to be running on a PS5. So I don't know whether they have a promotional relationship with Sony and PlayStation and using the UE5 engine, or whether it's better tuned for the PS5 or what, or whether that's just what their dev kits are. So that's what they program it for and use it for. But it was mentioned within this. So I assume it's a promotional sort of thing. Vern, thank you very much for the host. Enzo says, I watched it all last night. Late one for me. What? Okay.
Wow.
You have you been to sleep at all? Because if not, then damn. I mean, if Enzo's streaming today, I think we should all go drop into Enzo's stream because he's got one of the bassiest voices on Twitch anyway. And if Enzo, with one of the bassiest voices on Twitch, is streaming with like 3 hours sleep, then it's going to be like,
hey, welcome. But with a Scottish accent, like, all right, pal, my name is Enzo.
Like that. I'm dying. I was up to 4 a.m. just on Mr. T, also with the bassy voices. I watched it this morning, also got to see the new PUBG map. So the new PUBG map, is that the training sort of setup map thing? Because I've only seen a few images of it. I haven't seen anything like moving-wise yet. Never mind, it's Series S and X only. Ooh, Fatido. To get PlayStation. Nice. Chappers, good morning. Well, Natcha's confirmed it fits in the mouth. Graham has to test other openings it may fit, but probably couldn't give it away afterwards. Don't think I'm going to be inserting the turkey, chicken, food, beverage things. How's it going around here, says Chappers? Yeah, it's all right, mate. It's all right.
Yeah, mum.
After the short experience, you get to explore the city as you want and adjust things like lighting, crowd density, etc. So basically, what you're saying is you get to be Mouse from the first Matrix film, where you're programming the programs that he jumps into, like with the woman in the red dress, and he makes all of the people come and then disappear, and there's an agent pointing a gun at him. You could do all. You basically become Mouse. It's not. I mean, it doesn't sound as exciting when you say it out loud like that, but you get to program the Matrix. Nice. Precision, thank you very much for the host as well, dude. Shaggers,
Legend.
I'll read it. It looks like a complete new setup. Haven't seen anything like it in PUBG before. Yeah, it kind of, the bit that I saw, it kind of looked like indoor shooting, multi-levels sort of stuff. He's Satan Claus. He is. You know what they say about assuming things? When you assume, you make an ass out of Tito. Is that it? Is that it? I think I'm pretty nailed it. Enzo's a Nighthawk. Nezos. That's what we're calling him now. He is. Bibbs is hearing voices then. Help him, please. Huh?
Genuinely, like, it sounded like someone was kicking my door in for about 10 minutes. I was like, is it next door? Are they still sorting out the kitchen or whatever? But genuinely, it sounded like someone was booting my door, so I just had to ask Samantha what the fuck's going on. I just because I've got this on the noise cancelling, so it just it's like a dull.
The thing is though, it's like you got your headset on. It's like you take your headset off, and it's like it's like fucking hell. Okay, oh, shit, didn't realise you were just trying to get in the room. Bloody hell! No, there was a partner meeting this morning. They showed us some of the new map coming out later next year. Ooh, inside news. You like to see it. Might be a breath of fresh air. Then just wish they fixed matchmaking times and lag spikes. Yeah, lag spikes. I mean, matchmaking times is one of those things. They kind of need to fix the game to fix the matchmaking times, so that's a bigger problem. 2 out of 10 joke, 1 out of 10 patter. I don't know what you mean. Me or you? I mean, it could be either. Take your pick. Graham inserting chickens and Bobby's back door being smashed in. Carry on up the scoop. Yay! Speaking about carrying on with the scoop, should we move forward, Bobby? Nice.
Yes, why not?
So there we go. We get Bradley Cooper with Alan Wake 2 moves the series into survival horror. So one of the biggest surprises was that Alan Wake is getting a sequel. I mean, did anyone really think that was a surprise? We've just had an Alan Wake remaster. And historically, the video games industry goes, hey, he is a remaster. And then 5 minutes later goes, here's a sequel. It's like, did anyone really get surprised by that? I mean, it's nice to get the announcement, not knowing it was coming then. I didn't call it, so I suppose that is a surprise. But it's not a big surprise. Anyway, creative director Sam Lake says the series will be moving in a survival horror direction. Speaking of horror, Silent Hill creator returns with Slitterhead. So Boki Game Studio, a team led by Silent Hill creator Keiichiro Toyama, teased an extremely creepy new game with the equally creepy title, Slitterhead. It's so creepy, I can't embed the trailer. Check it out here.
Don't.
I'm going to click it. It's something.
Yeah, as a man of fan culture and survival horror games, don't. It's not. The trailer is not necessarily that creepy. It obviously, me and you had a very brief conversation about it this morning, saying it looks like a Wii U game. It doesn't look visually great. It's something. It's something, all right.
It's very stylized. It's very stylized.
It's very Japanese.
But I don't know. Maybe it's just early footage. It just looks a bit. I don't know. The monsters are kind of. I don't know. I need some time to digest. It just doesn't sit right with me. I don't know whether it's super early, like pre-alpha footage. It kind of looks like that. If it's not pre-alpha footage, visually, I'm not that interested. The monsters and the art style looks a bit like too weird for me. I don't know. Henceforth, Bobby shall be known as Bobby. I should hope so. If not, Bobby would be pissed. What should we call Bibby? Bobby Bibby. This isn't itchy. This Slitterhead one? Yeah, no. The surprise is it's full on survival horror. Always wanted Remedy to go down that route. They've been on the edge with Control and Alan Wake. So excited to see what we do. Should we have a quick glance at the Alan Wake trailer then? Because it's not even a trailer, it's just an asset. Okay, well let's maybe not look at that one then, because it isn't there. So yeah, I'm more excited about Alan Wake. I mean, this kind of goes without saying, I suppose, after what I've just seen. You can see from my reaction to what I've just seen. You guys might have liked the look of Slitterhead. It just didn't speak to me. Alan Wake going into survival horror definitely does speak to me. And I think it probably speaks to Bibby as well. I guess.
I loved Alan Wake. And I feel like, obviously, that was all to do with his mindset, and it's more psychological horror. This going into a survival horror thing, I want to see how they make that transition from the psychological to the survival whilst keeping Alan Wake true to itself. I'm very interested to see how that goes on. As a survival, I mean, I love survival horror and psychological horror.
I'm not.
I love they are two completely different games, though. They are two completely different styles of games. Yes, there might be horror. Yes, they might make you shit your pants, but they are completely different genres of horror games. So I'm very interested to see how they actually try and find the balance with that. I'm fairly certain Asim will agree with this as well, because he's an avid Alan Wake fan as well. So it's trying to find the balance between those two whilst keeping them separate. yeah, I'm interested to see how that goes on.
Nice. Did I read? I think I've just read Mr. T's about the surprises. It's full on survival horror. I think I did. It actually looks like Resident Evil 1 back at the mansion, same art style in a way, or is it just me? No, I think you're probably not too far off. But Resident Evil looks like that because it was on a PS1.
Well, I actually think that the remastered version of Resident Evil 1 on the PlayStation 4 and like the game, even the GameCube version, looked better than what we've just seen with Split Edge trailer, and that is hand on heart.
So, yeah, it's maybe I'd appreciate the spidery creaturey thing with it almost. Do you know what the spider reminds me of? Do you know, as anyone? I'm not saying as anyone. I assume you all have, and if you haven't, I genuinely think less of you as people. We've all seen Toy Story, right? Right? Do you know the toys that Sid makes that are like the half toys that are under the bed? That's what that thing kind of put me. But the half toys, like the weird toys, are like it's just stuff cobbled together kind of thing. That is meant to be
spider legs with the doll's head.
Yeah, and when I'm looking at that thing, I'm thinking it's like that, but someone's tried to make it scary. So yeah, I don't know. Yeah. It just looks a bit naff. There you go. Let's get that like on one of those review posters. I think Drew's pretty much nailed it on. It just looks a bit naff.
Half a star.
Yeah, exactly. No, that's what we can get reviewing it. It just looks a bit naff. Attribute the quote to half a star. Yeah, nice. Yeah, I'm not in on this one. A little too weird. I'm down for Alan Wake's precision and when he's in games too. Spike! Just talking about you, Spike, actually. Silent Hill was a bit of both. Don't think anything has matched that since, in my opinion. The thing, it's, everything else will always have a bit of difficulty with that because Silent Hill was genre creating, essentially. And everything else kind of has to hit to that level. But Silent Hill and films and zombies and stuff, everything kind of went mainstream after that. And when it goes mainstream, it becomes a bit watered down, a bit dry, and then it eventually becomes unfashionable, and then it comes back and someone reinvents the genre again, which is essentially what PT did with Silent Hills. And then that kind of got done to death. Like there was about 50 different corridor scary house simulators that were inspired by PT kind of thing. So yeah. Who's Alan Wake? Sounds a bit like a seat sniffer. That's him. What's Toy Story? Says Spike, get out of here. But yeah, no, Spike. The bit I mentioned to you was we'll come to it shortly. But PUBG's going free to play, so I hope you got your money back because if you just bought it now, then they're laughing all the way to the bank. What is this image? Oh yeah, exactly. This is it. So that's what we've just seen. Split ahead, factual, baby face. That's what we've just seen in it. You heard it here first on the scoop. Silent Hill X Toy Story crossover confirmed. Next bit of news though, Elden Ring. You still excited for Elden Ring, babe?
I am excited for it. I mean, is there anyone in this world that isn't excited for what Elden Ring could potentially bring? You probably.
Me. It's a baby game. Yeah. Hashtag baby game. I'm not unexcited for it. I'm just not like super excited.
Yeah. But graphically, it looks great.
I mean, it does. It does have my interest because it has like. I mean, I'm a big fan of the Lord of the Rings world, and obviously it has some similarities with that in terms of the art style and direction kind of thing. But yeah. I will watch you play it. It's probably a hashtag baby game rather than a hashtag grain game. Elden Ring still looks incredible, though, says this article. We've already seen plenty of Elden Ring and played a little bit of it, but that doesn't mean we don't want to keep watching trailers. The latest is more focused on story than gameplay and makes the wait for the game's February launch that much harder. Graphically, though, it looks fucking incredible.
It does. It genuinely does. Like, I love. I don't know if you're aware of this, Graham, but I do love all this dark fantasy type of
medieval, dragony sort of. Nah, I can't imagine it, babe. No.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I don't talk about it enough, to be perfectly honest. I know it might go under the radar, but yeah, this looks brilliant.
I will not stick with this because Bibby's only got like 9 minutes before he has to bail, so I'll pick up the pace to keep moving forward. So we got a look at the Suicide Squad gameplay trailer. It's been a long time since Rocksteady, the studio best known for the Arkham series of Batman games, revealed that it was working on a Suicide Squad title, but we got a fresh look at Kill the Justice League thanks to a new trailer. The game is expected to launch in 2022, making it Rocksteady's first new game in nearly 7 years. Babe, you're a fan of the DC universe?
I am.
Still excited for Kill the Justice League?
Super excited. Super excited. I think I like what they've done with the characters. They've taken the Guardians approach So they haven't tried to make Harley Quinn look like Margot Robbie, for instance. But I hope it retains some of the same humor that you'd get from the films and from the comics as well, because I don't want to piss anyone who reads off comics off. But this looks great, and correct me if I'm wrong, Graham, but I'm fairly certain this is going to be a co-op game, or is that Gotham Knights? I can't remember. They may both be. But this looks like a very, very fun game that potentially Guardians could have been if it was in co-op, but it's not. Obviously, that's a single player experience, and it's probably better for it. But this looks like something that you'd want to be running with your mates.
Yeah, absolutely. It does. I don't know if anyone can confirm. Please let us know. The issue I have with that is that the Suicide Squad game and not the Suicide Squad, the Gotham Knights game and the Suicide Squad game, aka Kill the Justice League, were both announced at the same time, and we got the first looks at them. Was it at the DC Fandom, not this year but last year when we first saw them?
Yeah.
And because they came out at the same time, and then we've had quite a big delay because obviously COVID got involved and things have been pushed back, that my brain has just kind of melded them together into the same sort of game. So this looks like it could be incredible as a co-op game. I mean, it's the first time we've got to see the Flash in it, and it looks fucking... It looks badass. Looks really good. Like the difference in the characters, and that was one of the best things. Like Marvel's Avengers gets a lot of stick, and rightly so. But within all of the bullshit of Marvel's Avengers, there is still some incredibly good gameplay mechanics. Not perfect, but some really good stuff. And this looks like it takes the gameplay mechanics of different characters with different moves and different abilities to the next level.
That's what I hope, though. I hope that each character feels different, and it's not just a hack and slash kind of game, like a hack and slash shooter. I want each character to feel different. I want them to have special moves. I want them to have different combat styles. I think that's the only way that you could separate them, because I imagine that is exactly what Gotham Knights is going to be. Each character is going to feel completely different, and I hope that comes through in this as well.
Yeah. Spike says, I did get my money back. Where is it free to play? Everywhere, consoles and PC, starting from next year. We'll come up to that one shortly. But Timeless says, February looks like peak season for games. February's insane. Yeah, which is funny because February was one of the times of year that you just never put games out unless you had no option for it. But yeah, filthy. That whole window. Mr. T confirms they're both co-op and solo with a quote, either solo or with up to 4 team members in online co-op. Yeah. That is class. Like Back for Blood in your way through it on stream, but with someone zipping around as Flash, someone as fucking what is it? King Shark? Is that the name of it? Just biting people's faces off. Yes, please.
What was the weasel called? Was it a weasel?
Yeah, just weasel.
Yeah. At the end of the second film. I'd love it to be in this. It's a nice little Easter egg with play as weasel. That'd be amazing.
Imagine getting the short straw. Okay, you are. I mean, you're the Flash. You are Boomerang. You are Deadshot, and you are Weasel. Oh,
I'd be buzzing with that.
just running straight through the middle of the battleground,
floating in the sea like a crisp packet. It'd be great. That
like a crisp packet. Oh, that's amazing. Next up, sticking with DC, Wonder Woman is getting her own game. So we have another game announcement, this time only 42 seconds, because obviously it's the first announcement. You only get the teaser at first. In other news, another DC news even, Monolith Productions, the team behind Middle-earth Shadow of Mordor, so quality team, is making a Wonder Woman game. It'll be a third-person action game that will make use of Mordor's famed Nemesis system. Exciting. No word yet on release date or platforms. It's going to be on every platform, and it's not going to be till 2023. At least.
Looks 2 years out, definitely. It looks brilliant. Like I was saying to Samantha this morning that their new Wonder Woman game is going to be coming out, and I was like, it's funny because you couldn't have someone like it said. It looks like Gal Gadot or Gadot or whatever she's called.
Gal Gadot.
It looks like her. But you couldn't have had someone that looks more like Wonder Woman if they tried. So everything that comes afterwards is going to look like her. So that obviously that'll please a lot of people. But using the Nemesis system, we haven't seen since Shadow of War. Yes, I think this universe is going to be great. We haven't seen much of it. We've just seen like a 42-second trailer. I want to see what the universe is that she's going to be fighting in. Because obviously Shadow of Mordor and Shadow of War was very gritty. It was Lord of the Rings, wasn't it? So this looks. This is. I want to see more of what she's going to be fighting in. Because I think that could be a deal breaker or a deal maker, depending on what the subject matter is. at hand. But yeah, I think this could be a banger. I want to see more of this Nemesis system because it is very well. No one else can use it, so we've just got to wait to see what WB do with their games, and what again the subject matter is of it.
Spike's not a fan of floating in the sea like a crisp packet. Weasel is awesome in the comics. They did him dirty and then post a picture I've just had up on screen of the comparison of Weasel in the comics versus Weasel in the film. I'd never seen him in the comics, so he looks a pretty badass on that image. But then the Weasel in the film, not so much. That's
like what Sonic was like before it got changed.
Sonic the Hedgehog, get out of here! Yikes! Need to close that one down and that one back up. Okay, we'll bring this back up. We'll continue the pace. We've only got a few minutes left of bib time, so we'll pick up the pace. Final Fantasy VII Remake is finally coming to PC. I'll skip past that one. Quantic Dream is making a Star Wars game. I actually haven't watched this one. I was hoping I was going to watch this on stream. I was saving this to watch this on stream. Stupidly, there's probably going to be music and stuff in it, so I will leave it playing. I haven't actually watched this, but Quantic Dream, the studio behind the, let's say, questionable game Detroit Become Human, is now making a title based in the Star Wars universe. It's called Eclipse. It's set during the High Republic era and is described as an intricately branching action-adventure game that can be experienced in many ways and puts the destinies of multiple playable characters in your hands. No word on a release window or platforms yet. Has anyone seen this yet? What do you think? Because I actually, like, I don't want to click on the link because I don't want to go off the stream, off the screen, but it says a questionable game, Detroit Become Human. I thought Detroit Become Human was quality.
I did too. I did.
So does that? I mean, if anyone has the link up and wants to click it and give me the inside scoop on why they think it was questionable, the idea of a Star Wars game that's not just third person over the shoulder, and force pushing 4 enemies at once is good for me. I mean, look at this. We've got Jedi Council, we've got Yoda, we've got C4PO, it's early days C3PO-ish. It just looks visually stunning. And Detroit Become Human was an absolutely beautiful game. Very, very different from what we've had from Star Wars games. And I'm happy to take a different tack on Star Wars games. So I was super excited for this before seeing it. So I don't know. The fact that they open with, let's say, questionable doesn't give it the greatest start, but I'm super excited for this. Shadow.
What I want to know, Graham, is in that trailer, is that gameplay? Is that a cinematic gameplay trailer? Is that been done via the
engine?
The engine that they're going to be using in the game? Because I swear to God, that looks like it's a movie.
You kind of feel, I mean, looking at Detroit, they were kind of one and the same. The game was so beautiful that the cinematics were probably done in engine. So I wouldn't be surprised if this is a bit too polished. But when you're in the gameplay, because it's obviously it's on rails effectively. You're looking at individual parts of the world, so you're not going to be GTA in your way through Hoth to Tatooine to whatever, as we still want, by the way. But you will be essentially, if it's like Detroit, problem solving within the cantina, and then you'll move off to a different part of Tatooine to maybe some sort of cave system to look at some sort of clues and stuff like that. Yeah. If it was that, which I'm all on board for, because that's interaction with the Star Wars universe that we've never had before, or not to that extent. I'm all on board for that.
Yeah, as Sim said, I don't think the trailer is gameplay. No, I don't think it's gameplay. I mean, did they build this trailer using the video game engine? So, like, is this like a cutscenes that we're seeing from the game? Like, this looks like it's been orchestrated for IMAX. This looks so good. But on that note, I'm gonna have to run like right now. So, it's been a pleasure, guys. I hope you have a fantastic day.
Just before you do, quickly, was there anything that we've not spoken about that you were particularly excited about?
Yeah, the Sonic film trailer that had got announced yesterday.
Yeah, that was nice.
And off the top of my head, I can't think of anything else. I think that what we've been through.
PUBG.
Well, I will leave that for you. But yeah, I can't think of anything else that got. I mean, Lost Ark that looked okay. I can't think of anything else. Oh, Sonic Frontiers. We talked yesterday about games taking inspiration, like Halo taking inspiration from Breath of the Wild. They did actually post a tweet this morning, which I will very, very, very quickly dig out because we talked about a lot of games taking inspiration from Breath of the Wild, and it looks like Sonic Frontiers did exactly that. I'm just going to drop it in chat for you guys now so you can have a look at it. If you tell me that these two screenshots aren't one and the same, they just changed the characters.
Bring it on screen now. So Father Bidmer on Twitter at We've Got Babinho says, what were we saying yesterday about other game devs taking inspiration from Breath of the Wild? # Sonic Frontiers. Come on, open up. Google Chrome doing Chrome things. Yeah, same game. Although all you need next to it is the Shadow of Mordor, sort of like Sauron's Tower in the distance. It's the same thing. It's devolving from Sonic to Lord of the Rings. But yeah, look.
Yeah, it's one and the same. But I get it. Breath of the Wild is a fantastic game. If you want to make an open world game, that is definitely the subject material that you should be going for. But yeah, the Sonic Frontiers trailer looks really good as well. It looks quite gritty for a Sonic world, even though it's quite bright. It does look a little bit derelict. It looks a little bit gritty. That's definitely worth one looking at if anyone has that to hand.
Tell you what, we don't have to hand. You get out of here.
Bye, guys. Take it easy. Have a fantastic Friday. And as always, stay frosty.
And then there was one. Bye, Bib. Oh, nope. That's the wrong button. I pressed the wrong one. Bye, Bib. There we go. Let's get rid of the Discord bit. Oh, you can see. Would you like a thwait here? Bye, Bib. So there, just me. Sorry. There is no Bib left. You've just got me for the rest of the stream. Sorry about that. I don't think. Oh, actually, let me jump back up. Time for a bong, hey, dude. How's things, bud? I agree. Detroit Become Human was awesome. It was good. It was really good. Mr. T says the media have hit hard on Quantic. Media have hit hard on. Okay, I get you. They've got a hit hard on for Quantic Dream. Got there eventually. Don't get it personally. I like their games. Looking forward to this. Yeah, it looks badass. First time I've seen it. I'm gonna go watch that one back. That will be the first thing I watch back off stream because obviously Star Wars. And I want to take in the full aesthetics rather than watching it in embedded YouTube video on webpage. I want the full audio stuff because Star Wars for most people is 90% audio. So yeah. Excited for that. Okay, jumping ahead then. Let me full screen this bad boy again. Boop, bringing this on. So sticking with the article, Halo the series. We get a first look trailer. So a new trailer for the live action Halo series. So while everyone is hooked on Halo Infinite, there's another big addition to the Halo universe coming as well. At the Game Awards, we got our first real look at the live action Halo TV show that's coming to Paramount Plus early next year. Is anyone excited for Halo the TV series? Is it too much Halo at once? Is it just another subscription service? We've got Netflix, we've got Disney Plus, and now we all need to pay for Paramount Plus too. Or is it so much more than that? What are we thinking? The only reason I asked that's not a charged question, by the way. I'm not trying to get anyone negative around this. I am hyped to see more big budget, serious video game TV crossovers. The Witcher, obviously not TV, but cinematic. We just spoken about Sonic. Yes, please. Big budget, doing it seriously. So I'm hyped for another TV series. I am a little bit put out of the fact that it's Paramount Plus. I will be honest. But yeah, what do you guys think? Tezbat says no. Luke says I'd watch a Halo series. I wouldn't pay for Paramount Plus. That's my problem. That is my problem. I want to see the Halo series because I'm not a Halo person. I'm not a Halo player. I'm very much interested in getting into the Halo story. So Halo multiplayer isn't my jam. Halo story. I'm willing to give that a go, definitely. I want to play through the Halo Infinite campaign co-op with Bibby when it comes in. I just don't need Paramount Plus. What else is there going to be on Paramount Plus? In America, Paramount Plus is where you watch the Champions League. So, okay, there's lots of stuff to pay for then. Pay for my monthly subscription and get to see United knocked out in the round of 16 of the Champions League. Yes, please. But after that, I mean, Star Wars, I'm going to infuriate David now. He's angry typing. Star Trek Discovery, not Star Wars, will be on it too, because that's just been pulled from Netflix to go on to Paramount Plus. So there's things like that. But I've seen that. And the last series was a bit garbage compared to the first series. So do I really want to pay for Paramount Plus to see what could be a questionable next series? Not sure. I'm unsure as yet, bar a select few. Most games that have jumped to TV film haven't been great. But it's been good recently. That's the thing, though. Like, over the last 2 to 3 years, there hasn't been anything that's been proper garbage. I mean, there might have been. You may be able to go, actually, what about? And I'm like, oh, yeah. But for the last 2 to 3 years, video games has its own strength in Hollywood. It used to be a case of, you're a video game, we'll Hollywoodify it and ruin it. Whereas the last few things, they've taken video game storytelling seriously enough to allow it to stand on its own 2 feet. So I'm open for a bit more of that. If that's Halo TV series, then that's good for me. I need Viva Pinata, the TV series. The thing is, Viva Pinata is going to be a surefire hit. Anyway, moving ahead. Boo, Hadnet Boo. What? Pity they got the Prem on Paramount. They've not got the Prem on Paramount Plus. I mean, that's the thing. Like, if Paramount Plus could get the Premiership or could get the Champions League, something like that, then that starts to be like, ooh, okay, this is not just watchable content. It's not just like on demand. Like, it's not box sets. It's not The Boys is on Amazon and Halo's on Paramount and other bits on Netflix. It's but Paramount's my sports thing, my Sky Sports alternative. That's useful for me. That gives me something different. But we don't get that. We're not going to get that because the Premiership licenses and Champions League licenses have been sold for years in the UK. You can slander Discovery all you want. I can't stand it. Just leave the Next Generation era alone. What, Star Wars The Next Generation? Okay, moving ahead. Next article. So we'll start to pick up the pace a little bit as we go through this. Not next article, but next segment. We're still from the 2021 Game Awards show last night / this morning. Hit Among Us is coming to VR. You can already play Social Deduction Hit Among Us on a big range of platforms, but its next release offers something different. Virtual reality. The new version is being developed by VR studio Shell Games, which made I Expect You to Die, and will shift the experience from a cute 2D game to a first-person 3D experience. No word on a release date, but it's coming to MetaQuest, PSVR, and Steam VR headsets. So MetaQuest is obviously Oculus Quest, but Meta is not Facebook. Honest. Anybody interested? Is it more of the same? I imagine if you've played Among Us at this point, then you'd be interested. But Among Us is surely, it's one of those, like, it's now dropped back off of, not in a bad way. I'm not slating Among Us. It's definitely a game that scratches an itch, that fills a need. But it went into the mainstream. It broke out of the party game sphere into the mainstream, and it's now dropping back into the party game sphere. So it's already dropping back into a niche, and then adding VR to that makes it a niche of a niche. So it's a cool addition for those that need it. I don't think it's going to do bits, though, is what I'm saying. I don't think it's going to really move the needle for VR as well. It'll probably come to Sky in the UK, and it seems like it will. Paramount Plus will eventually become to the UK via Sky, but this won't be until 2022. Are they going to charge you extra for that, though? Is that going to be Sky going, yeah, we've got your movies and your films and your Atlantics, and then your Paramount Plus? If they do, then it looks like one of the PS2 Future Island games. It does, actually. It does. Next up, in a surprise announcement, Google teased a new tool that will make it possible to play Android games from Google Play on a PC. We don't have many details yet, but it's expected to be available in 2022. So, Google Play Games Pass PC. Nice. Next up, this one was pretty exciting. I, as did everyone, thought the first Sonic film was going to be a bit but I was very, very much Sonic the Hedgehog. When I was growing up, I was a Sonic kid. You either Mario or Sonic. Naturally, Mario has been the bigger one in terms of immeasurable success. Mario, as a gaming brand, has been more successful than Sonic. I think that's probably fair to say. I'm still a Sonic kid, though. The attitude that Sonic had versus the we can do this, so let's go, family-friendly Nintendo vibe that Mario had, I was always a Sonic kid. So Sonic the Hedgehog, the movie, was class. Sonic the Hedgehog 2 also looks class. But that's not it, as the article says. A double dose of Sonic, in addition to the surprise reveal of a new open zone game called Sonic Frontiers, the latest attempt to make a good 3D Sonic the Hedgehog. The latest attempt to make a good 3D Sonic the Hedgehog. We also got a glimpse at the sequel to the live-action Sonic movie from 2020, including the first look and listen of Idris Elba as Knuckles. Do you know what? I saw Idris Elba being announced as Knuckles a few weeks back. And I thought, oh, that's pretty good. That's nice. Idris Elba is a badass, confirmed. And Idris Elba does look a badass in this trailer. I couldn't tell that it was Idris Elba, though, as Knuckles. So, yeah. It just sounds... You don't... Maybe because you don't get enough. You get, like, a line and a half, maybe 2 lines-ish. I just couldn't tell definitively that it was Idris Elba. It was just deep voice character. Still looks good though. Still looks good. Oh joy! More content behind the paywall. Exactly, Thomas. I was Dr. Butnick kid. You were Dr. Butnick's kid? There, Idris Elba looking badass, and then
like I need your power.
Maybe it's because bollocks! I've just muted it when I meant to pause it. Maybe it's because Idris Elba is doing an American accent. Like, Idris Elba as Shere Khan in The Jungle Book was Idris Elba, and he was badass. And Idris Elba as Stringer Bell was still Idris Elba. But this one it just doesn't sound like Idris Elba. It sounds like a deep voice person, but not necessarily Idris Elba. I get hints of Idris, but not pure Idris.
Do I look like I need your power?
There we go. I think that was it. Voice-wise, that's all we get. So yeah, nice. Still looks good. Very, very good trailer. If you haven't watched it, I would recommend a good watch. And then next up, Dune Spice Wars, which is an RTS spin-off. The world of Dune is set to expand with Spice Wars, a real-time strategy game from the developer Shiro Games that's slated to launch in early access on PC in 2022. Anybody play strategy games? Anybody interested in playing a strategy game in the Dune universe? I imagine this will be something that is not a me game, but is probably a game that has the potential to go far. Because Dune obviously has a massive, massive following, particularly after the books, let alone the films, or the old film / new film. So that could go well. It's not something I'm going to play. I imagine there's probably a lot of people out there. Surly Knuckles should have an surely Knuckles Surly, same thing. Should have an Aussie accent, seeing as echidnas are from down that way. I mean, that was the thing though. Knuckles was supposed to be an Australian character originally, right? I remember the original adverts, like back on the Mega Drive sort of generation. Really? Next up, a long, uncomfortable trailer for Hellblade 2. I'm going to hit play on it. It's 6 minutes long, so we watch it all. So the sequel to Hellblade, a terrifying game about madness, looks bigger in just about every way, from the world you'll be running through to creepy monsters you'll take on. In short, it looks terrifying, but you can get a good feel for the experience with this lengthy new trailer. Do you know what? Let me give you some skips so you can kind of see the size, the vast expanse. I mean, I've never played Hellblade. Surprise, surprise. Graham's never played the game. It looks fucking amazing, though. The quality of this, big GGs. Big GGs. And look at... In the face! Do watch the trailer through. We're not going to watch this, obviously, 6 minutes. That'll be a good chunk of the scoop, and we're already over time anyway, so we'll keep moving on. Next up, Cuphead's expansion makes a fresh appearance. It's been a long time since we've heard from Studio MDHR about the delicious last course, a big expansion coming to run-and-gun platformer Cuphead. Now, we not only have a fresh look, but a release date. The DLC will be available June 30th, 2022 on all the platforms that Cuphead is on. Another chill League of Legends album. So this summer, Riot released an extremely chill album full of copyright-free music designed specifically for streamers. Now it's released its second based on League character Diana, which features 43 tracks composed by 25 different artists. It's available to stream now on services like Spotify and Apple Music. Do you know what? League of Legends music, by the way, if you're not aware of it, is fucking badass. Let alone the chill stuff. They have some absolute power music. You want some music to make you feel like hype music? League of Legends has some absolutely ridiculous tracks. Now we start to get exciting. PUBG is now free to play, although we'll skip past it. Star Trek gets a Telltale-style adventure. Dramatic Labs, a new studio made up of veterans from ill-fated adventure game developer Telltale, is using that same choose-your-own-adventure for an upcoming Star Trek game. It's called Resurgence, and the studio says it tells an all-new story set not long after the events of the next generation. It's due to launch next spring on Xbox, PlayStation, and the Epic Games Store. We can't watch it in that, probably because of age rating.
About you. I know you've been a rock hopper.
So, Telltale Games, Star Trek, anyone?
Black of space.
Have you seen this, David? What are your thoughts? What do you think? Anyone else that's a Trekkie? What do you think about this?
So you don't put up with any bullshit.
Cuphead is gorgeous, says Tito. I love the artistic style. Now, I'll mute that for now. Yeah, I like the idea of Cuphead. It's probably one of those where I'd have to be in the mood to watch it. But a Star Trek Telltale game, I'm very much up for this. Are we not tired of the Telltale games? I'm not tired of the Telltale games. No, I actually I have to be in the mood for them, but they're just so enthralling. I mean, clearly people are tired of Telltale games because Telltale obviously went. So clearly people are getting tired of the Telltale games. For me, though, it's something that I'm happy enough to sit and play through. Like I say, I have to be in the mood for it, but then when I am, it's something that just takes me on a journey. I'm happy enough to stick with that. I'm a Trekkie. It doesn't interest me. Interesting. I've never played a Telltale game, but The Expanse, in. Nice. Speaking of which, meanwhile, the revived version of Telltale is also working on a sci-fi title with a new series based on The Expanse. It's billed as a prequel to the Amazon Prime series, and it's being co-developed by Life is Strange studio Deck 9. There you go. Mr. Luke still teeing us up. Next up, let's bring the article back on screen. Thirsty Suitors has strong Scott Pilgrim vibes. So the latest release from Falcon Age developer Outer Loop Games is called Thirsty Suitors, and it's described as a narrative action adventure game. Let me scroll up a little bit. That grapples with the themes of complex family dynamics, navigating difficult relationships, and discovering one's true self. It also has some strong Scott Pilgrim vibes with fights against exes, along with some Tony Hawk-style skateboarding. The Annapurna published game is listed as coming soon for PC. Moving ahead, Tunic. Play. So nestled amongst all of the trailers and reveals were a few newly announced release dates. The adorable Zelda-like Tunic is coming out on March the 16th for Xbox and PC, and we also got a charming new trailer to go along with the date. Crossfire X, the upcoming shooter that's a collaboration between Smilegate and Remedy, will debut on February the 8th. While Smilegate developed the multiplayer portion, Remedy handled the single-player campaign. Meanwhile, Lost Ark, an MMO published by Amazon, will be available on February the 11th on Steam. See, all of the content. GG's to Jeff Keighley and the Game Awards team for the amount of content. Obviously, we will give them stick when they deserve stick, as we do with everyone and everything. But this Game Awards, packed. So quick run through. The Matrix, Unreal Engine, Alan Wake, Silent Hill-alike Slitterhead, Elden Ring, another look at the Suicide Squad game, Kill the Justice League. Wonder Woman gets announced. Final Fantasy VII Remake is coming to PC. Quantic Dream Star Wars game called, what was it? Was it Eclipse? Is that what it was called? Yeah, Star Wars Eclipse. We get a first look at Halo TV series, Among Us in VR. Google Play comes to PC. Sonic the Hedgehog, film and Frontiers. Dune Spice Wars, RTS game. Senua's Saga Hellblade 2. Then Cuphead, a League of Legends album, one that we skipped past, which we'll jump onto in a second, is PUBG is now free to play. A Star Trek storytelling, a Telltale-style storytelling game. Expanse, Telltale game. Thirsty Suitors, and then Tunic. Whew, all that from one bloody article. No wonder we've only got the two. David says, same here, just looks to be in name only. Yes, they seem to be rapidly expanding the Star Trek franchise with Prodigy and this, seeking a younger audience? Question mark? I don't know. Probably not meant for me anymore. I mean, that's the thing, though. The Star Trek audience will need to rebrand. not audience direction they'll need to rebrand. They'll need to refocus at some point. And the hardest part is doing that whilst not alienating the older audiences. And if you're not careful, you will do it and alienate the older audiences, but not appeal to the younger audiences, and therefore lose all of your audience. And that's where it finds itself now. Can it do what Star Wars did? Star Wars became Star Wars, and it was like that until about 10 to 15 years ago. And then they managed to reinvent themselves and put themselves front and center. Can Star Trek do that? Difficult. Very, very difficult. Speaking of reinvention, speaking of getting new audiences, speaking of PUBG, okay, let's jump in. PUBG goes free to play next year. This is written by Tom Phillips at Eurogamer. It says pan in. So PUBG Battlegrounds, let me scroll down, see if I get the video to pop up. There we go. PUBG Battlegrounds is going free to play on the 12th of January on PC, PlayStation, and Xbox. Publisher Krafton announced tonight at the Game Awards. The long-lived Battle Royale originally launched in 2017 and is still popular, but it'll be interesting to see how much of a further boost this gives the game. Free players will gain a slightly different offering, however. You need a $12.99 account upgrade to Battleground Plus to unlock ranked and custom match modes, plus some extra currency and other bits. This will also get you some in-game items. Existing owners will get this and will not have to pay. So I own this on all of the platforms, which will give me the Battleground Plus version. And anyone else that already has the game will get Battleground Plus. Anyone that doesn't will get access to free-to-play PUBG, but you won't get access to Battleground Plus. Is this good news? Is this great news? Is this too late news? Anyone that is interested in PUBG, what are your thoughts? Do feel free to let us know. Jump into the chat. Let me know now. What I'm going to do is copy the title, add our discussing now, and paste. Boom. Boom. PUBG goes free to play next year. I stopped considering myself as a full-time Trekkie with the first JJ-verse films because it just seemed to go, we had your money and 18 years of your TV time, now get lost. Yeah, that kind of makes sense. That's just rebranding, redirection. They've clearly not done it properly. Should help the play base this time. So yeah, I'm excited for this, but I feel like this will be PUBG hitting PS Plus. That was the most magical, 4-week period, by the way. PUBG hitting PS Plus was easy because you were just hitting double-digit wins on stream like every other game. I'm usually, because I'm chatting and I don't hot drop, I land somewhere semi-hot so I can still keep up with chat. I often get, if I get a win, it's between a 6 and 10 kill win. That's it. Not massive numbers, just nice steady away. Whereas I was double digits for 3-4 wins in a row on stream a while back. And I said double digits. I still only mean 10, 11, 12, 13 kills or something like that. And yeah, it was nice. New players, influx of players, get to melt some fools. Yeah. And that will boost the numbers. It will add a little bit of stuff, but that only lasted for 4 weeks. Obviously, when it went from PS Plus, people dropped off. But it also, people were dropping off before that because people were dropping and try it. It will be nice for an influx of fresh blood, but those old players will just get, those new players will get to play old players, will get absolutely schooled by old players and think, I don't like this, I'm not interested in this, I'm off. So it won't last long. It will be the final oomph. Because the issue for me is I'm super on board for PUBG going free to play. It should have been free to play such a long time ago. The issue, though, is that people now are going to drop in. They're going to drop in January. PUBG, by the time that game goes free to play, will have been without any content. No season pass in PUBG since, was it November or was it October? I think it was the end of October. If it was, end of October, all of November, all of December and into January. 3 to 4 months, they will have had no in-game content. So players will drop in at that point where PUBG's arguably at a bit of a low point. But it's all right because the next season pass comes in January. Oh, wait, no, it doesn't. So they'll go through January with no season pass or battle pass, survivor pass, whatever you want to call it, all the way through February with no pass and into March before we get a pass. That is 2 months, 2.5 months, 3 months, whatever it is, depending on timings, before there is any in-game content, your chance at speaking to those players is gone 3 times over. So that's great news, but badly deployed. I know there was supposed to be geeky. Geeky is the next new map in PUBG. It's supposed to be exciting. But that was supposed to be coming in this window, and it's not. Surely you wouldn't just still go ahead with your introduction. That's like planning to meet someone with great stories and things and stuff, and then going, oh shit, I've got no stories or things and stuff, but I'm still going to meet them, and then you go up to them like, hi. Awkward as fuck, and that's what it's going to be like for PUBG. It is. It's great, but it's unless they fill that gap, it's poor. It's poor planning, and it will be good for players, but not for the long term. It will drop off. There will be no way to keep people in there without any additional content. Adding in a bike is nice. It's really fun. I tried it for a little bit last night, enjoyed it, but it's not going to be enough. It's not going to be enough. Someone made a good point. It will make it easier for cheaters. Will it? I thought that was going to make it harder for cheaters. I've not really looked into it. I saw that you will need to spend. Oh, actually, no, it will make it cheaters. I'm thinking in ranked only, actually. But yeah, it will make it easier for cheaters in open play. It will make it harder for cheaters in ranked because you'll need the $12.99 buy-in to get into the ranked setup. So Smurf accounts, secondary accounts, additional accounts can't just go into ranked stuff. So competitive players are spared, but free-to-play players will be able to just drop into the casual games, which is what I play. I don't play ranked, so it could make it harder for me. That's a good point. Yeah, exactly. Free-to-play is great to give people a chance. I think the issue is that it's yet another play loads to get the most for your money build, which means if PUBG isn't your go-to game, then it'll not seem worth paying for. I suppose it's great for people who've been playing for a long time and still love it, but I can't see it drawing a lot of new players for long. No, I agree. Also, PUBG is such a tough learning curve, it'll drive people away. I mean, imagine having such a steep learning curve and no content, because that's where we are. It's not great. It's great, but not great. It's a great idea, poorly executed. Nice. They better police it as good as Fortnite to stop cheaters as a free-to-play game, or it will die a death. I mean, PUBG's not been policed as a pay-to-play game, so it's probably not going to be any more policed as a free-to-play game. Good point. New players may be driven away due to the steep curve. I mean, PUBG's always had a steep curve. It's steeper now than ever, though, because the only players playing now are players that have been playing it for a long period of time. So anyone that comes in now not only has to get to grips with the fact that it's janky anyway. It's a janky movement game compared to other games. It's a bit clumsy. It's not athletic at the best times. When you get used to that, okay, it's good, nice. Okay, I get what I'm doing now. It's very strategic. It's very rewarding when you get the plays and kills that you're looking for. But you've still then got to contend with recoil, bullet drop, distance drop off, damage drop off over distance, and all of that sort of stuff, which other games don't necessarily have. So people have to get used to that sort of stuff. But in those fights, you're playing against ninjas because everyone that you're playing against has been playing this game for 4 years now. Well, 2 to 3 years on console, but 4 years on PC. So they are already fighting with difficult mechanics, difficult movement mechanics, different shooting mechanics, looting that's quite complex. So I need to pick up a gun and attach a scope and then attach a grip. But the grip that I've got will change the recoil. So do I go for a vert grip or a half grip or a thumb grip or a lightweight grip or no grip? Do I not want the red dot sight? It's okay, I've got those then, but then I can get a tactical stock on this weapon, but not another. It's not difficult when you know it, but when you don't know it, it's a learning curve. So which ammo do I need? Do I need the green one or the orange one or the goldy yellowy ones? So I don't want the blue ones. Can I not? Are they different power-up weapons? No, just different bullet styles. Okay. And then you're doing all that and you're playing against a guy that's been playing it 4 years. You're just going to get absolutely lasered. So it's a difficult ask for any new players. Same thing with any game. Any game that's been around for 4 years, it's always difficult to get new blood into it. But when you've got no content, it's just not going to work. It's shameful. Not shameful, disappointing, upsetting. That's what it is, not shameful. I like PUBG, I'm just not good at it. That's it. So many people I know that have said that have come along, played PUBG and go, I just can't figure it out. I just can't figure it out. And it took me fecking ages. The way I described PUBG in the early days is I'm shooting my gun and I'm like, okay, my crosshair, I want to hit it there. And I felt like I was like there all the time. Like I'm shooting, but I'm just not hitting what I'm meaning to. And that's because it was like, I mean, I was so used to shooting and wherever my crosshair was, that's where I was going to hit. In Call of Duty, and PUBG's not that. It's different. PUBG has obviously the recoil, aim punch, sway, all of that sort of stuff that you don't really have to contend with in other games. So yeah. Will microtransactions be even more expensive and worse when it goes free to play as well? I'd be surprised if they get instantly more expensive, but then again, they're already too expensive for a lot of stuff, in my opinion. Will it be worse? I don't think it will be, because they're probably not earning that much off of game sales now. So making it free to play will mean that they're not getting 20 quid every time someone wants to jump in, but they might get the $12.99 for people to play ranked. They might get 8 quid's worth of G coins sold and so on. So they'll probably balance out by going free to play at this point in time. The amount of new players that will come in and spend money probably balances off to the retail value of the games at this point. When a game's brand new, that's when you tend to have the issue of, if you go free to play, you'll lose all of those install sales. But when a game's been out for a long period of time going to free to play, it's usually just it's cost negative, cost neutral. They need a proper new player mode to help players so they stick around. They're adding that, aren't they? I think they're adding a new tutorial mode. I did see. I'm pretty sure new tutorial mode stuff is what I was looking at this morning, like different images. I didn't go in to find the details, but I think I've seen something like that. You're describing me. The ammo has different colors. Pretty much, that's what it was. I remember, and I'm like that comment came from me 2 years ago, 3 years ago, 4 years ago, whenever it was, and I'm sat there going, so what's the difference between the red ones and orange ones, and then the goldy orangey ones? That's 9mm ammo versus 7.62 ammo. And I need to remember there's a 7.62 and then there's a 5.56. And I'm there looking at, okay, there's a 5.56. Is there going to be a different? There isn't. It's realistic. There are bullets that are 5.56 millimeters versus bullets that are 7.6 millimeters, and then you've got 45 caliber rounds, and you've got 9mm rounds, and so on, and different bullets for different weapons. And once you figure it out, it makes complete sense. But until that point, you've never had that. It's just like, I've got a gun, I've got ammo, job's good and nice. It wasn't heavy rounds, light rounds, and so on. So yeah, completely. A friend of mine has literally just texted me, Mark, it looks like your wish of having us play PUBG with you will come true next year when it goes free to play. There you go. And that's the thing. That's what we want from this. PUBG going free to play is break down the walls, break down the barriers, jump in, play the games with us, like people can with Rocket League, like people can with Fortnite, like people can with, well, I say Fall Guys, that's paid now, innit? But it's that sort of no barriers, get people in. But it's what makes them stay. If the game is so difficult and has nothing like a battle pass, a season pass, a survivor pass, whatever Warzone's version is called, to progress through, then why would they keep playing? I mean, the olden days, we'd just play to get better. I want to play Call of Duty 4 multiplayer and go in and die and shoot and play again 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 without any season passes or whatever. Yeah, there was in-game goals like unlocking your camos and stuff. But it was about just slowly leveling up or just playing the game, whereas it's now very much on, I need to level up so I can get the next skin, so I can unlock the next armor, so I can get this cosmetic or whatever. And there is none of that, really. The weapon mastery in PUBG is so weak that long-time players that have been playing the game for 4 or 5 years every day just don't care about it. It's not even like it's something that they're going to tick off. It is for me. It's something I will tick off when it's within reason. Like, I'm not going to go and do weapon mastery for a crossbow. I might try shotgun bits eventually, but SMGs and ARs and snipers, okay, fine, that's fair enough. Am I going to try and get weapon mastery for my miscellaneous items like my pans? Nope, because fuck that. So that's just not, it's not viable content. And that's the horrible thing, is seeing this Kakao Friends. Okay, that's a Korean brand that speaks to Korean people and not me. Great. Okay, what else is there? There is Blackpink. Okay, that's a Korean band that speaks to Korean people and their fans, not me. Okay, Son Heung-min, Korean player, plays for the Korean national team, speaks to Korean people and Tottenham fans. Okay, I don't mind, but it's the amount of money it costs, it's not for me. And there's just those and those decisions. There is content in there if you're willing to spend extra money for it and you are ethnocentrically aligned with PUBG, and I'm not. So, yeah, it's great, this free-to-play. There's no content in it, though, that's going to help with player bases for the long term in UK or NA at the moment. Or Europe and NA. Or you remove the animated rip, because I was going to say, well, if they don't add any sort of policing, then it's going to be an ISO rip too. Yeah, we got rid of the animated rip for Santa Claus, because we only have 5 spots. And Hello is always going to be staying. Not Stay Frosted. Actually, where am I animated? So Hello, Let's Go, and GG are always going to be staying. And Ish is always going to be staying. So the rip is the only one that's more situational. So that one's gone. We did get rid of that and put this back in, though, but I'm not sure if it's in on tier 1 or if it's in one of the higher tiers. So that is in there. I'm surprised it's going free to play on PC. The player base on PC didn't seem to have the drop the console has. I think it's the same sort of thing, though. Like, I don't think they're doing it for player base. I think they're doing it for content. So yeah, I don't think that's the issue. I don't think they're doing it to boost up the player base. I think they're doing it for profits. If they make it free to play now, everyone that is going to buy it probably has bought it already. So now, if we can give it to the people that are not going to buy it, they may still spend money. So I think that's all it is. It's they've done a cost benefit analysis and they've realized that the cost for doing it isn't too much because nobody's going to buy it now. So the cost drop off isn't going to be that significant. Whereas the benefit of potential people buying into the currencies is more. So that's probably what it is. It's probably not a player based thing, but just a pure profit focus. Wait, you're not going to crossbow level 100? I'm not. No, I'm not the beer fridge. If you want to see crossbow level 100 beer fridge, twitch.tv/the beer fridge. Get involved. Nice. Sub, unsub, unfollow, unfriend. It's not happening still. Take it all away. Leave. To be fair, they're just coming in late with every other BR in the market right now. Exactly. I mean, everything else that's free to play is that way because that is that content style. If your game revolves around a season pass and continued paying into it, then it should be free to play. It should be. I've said this about PUBG for a long period of time. The fact it cost 20-25 quid is because it was the first one out there and they hadn't moved along with the times because they were moving the times along. So Fortnite comes along and it's free to play because it was beta. And then it actually, do you know what? Free to play is just unlocked as the world. We'll stick free to play. Warzone comes along because they've already seen the learnings. Anything else? Apex, free to play. PUBG, yeah, we're still 25 quid. You are hurting yourself. Get free to play. So now it's too late. It kind of doesn't matter. It really, nah. But you know, better late than never, I suppose. Ish. But that is it. Let me give you a quick recap of all of the stories. There was 2, so it's not going to take me very long. The stories were the Game Awards 2021. We went through all of the biggest announcements. I'm not going to go through them all. I've been through them all twice. Once to go through them, once to give you a recap. But the gist of it is there was news on the Matrix, the Unreal 5 interactive cinematic feature. I don't know if that's the best way to call it, but that. So you can play through the world of the Matrix on PS5 and Xbox Series X and X consoles. There's a new Alan Wake game. Elden Ring looks shit hot. The superhero games in the form of Suicide Squad and Wonder Woman. Plus, there's a Star Wars game and Halo TV series and a bunch of other stuff. Plus, PUBG is going free to play. There is a lot more than that, though. So if you do want to see it all, do feel free to skip back through the broadcast. It will be available on Twitch as an on-demand video. Plus, you can watch it on YouTube, youtube.com/Ice Cream Uploads. Let me remind you of a couple of things. We are done for today's streams. There is going to be no more streams today. We do, however, have a stream tomorrow. We are going to be live at 10 a.m. No ish. We are going to be live at 10 a.m. And the reason for the lack of ish is because we are going to be on the front page of Twitch. If you hadn't seen it already, let me drop this in the chat. Boom, boom. Boom. That is the link to a tweet that we posted as this show went live. We are running a giveaway for 24 hours. If you want to back yourself a chicken, a PUBG winner chicken dinner plush, then feel free to get involved. Go along to that tweet, follow us on Twitter, retweet that tweet, tag a friend, and yeah, that's it. That's it. You're in the hat then. We will pick a winner tomorrow and get that chicken shipped out to you next week. We are also doing a bunch of giveaways on stream tomorrow to win lots of Koyo store stuff. Keyrings, badges, pin sets, a water bottle, PUBG all branded. Nice. I can't wait for Warzone. Actually, played my first game with a new map last night and got shot out of the air by an SMG from half a map away. Oh, yikes. Saw this comment on Twitter this morning. When I die, I want Jeff Keighley to lower me into my grave so he can let me down one more time. Nice. That's funny. Although, to be fair, I didn't think that was a bit of a letdown. I thought that was a decent enough show. It was decent enough for me. We are disappearing, though. Do stick around. We are going to raid someone else. So if you watch us raid them, you will get yourself extra channel points. Plus, you get to drop in their stream, make them feel nice and warm and fuzzy inside, which is just a beautiful thing to do, right? Before that, though, let me remind you, though, that you can help shape our show. If you see any news out there that you want us to give our thoughts... Bash the mic, nice. Give our thoughts and our impressions on, then you can do that by sharing that with us on our Discord or in our Discord. The links to our Discord and our socials. Is there a link to the Discord? There is a link to the Discord. Thank you very much. So the link to the Discord plus our social channels are in the chat. Thank you very much, beautiful mods. So you can share the link. All we need is the link to the article, your thoughts and impressions, and then we will give you our thoughts and impressions on the very next show, which will be at 10 a.m.-ish on Monday. And Bibi will be back at that point in time. Oh, so you can be on time for the Twitch bosses, but not your faithful followers. It's not time for the Twitch bosses. Twitch don't give a shit about it. It's time. We're actually on time for all of the followers. It's the viewers. That's what it's about, mate. Twitch don't care if we're on time. We went to them and said, give us front page. They didn't come to us and said front page. So Twitch bosses are like, don't give a shit. There's a slot on the front page, whether you're in it or someone else. We don't care. But yeah, it's 10 till 12, so that's why we have to be on time, because if we're not there, then we'll miss it. So yeah, when we miss it, we'll lose out on followers. If we don't get followers, then we don't get channel growth. If we don't get the channel growth, we don't get as many views. And if we don't get as many views, the channel's not earning as much money. And if the channel's not earning as much money, we can't put more money into the channel for you guys. So it's basically, we all help ourselves to help ourselves to more. So there, have that. Anything else to say, babe? Yes, check the links to social blog. Remember, stay frosty, says Tito. Yeah, nailed it. Get good timeless, I've already done it. I wanted to share. No more subscribers. Yeah, you need to have a word with Nietzsche on that one. You need to have a word with Nietzsche. That's a good time to remind you, actually, before we go, ! Loot drop. From next month, subscribers, regardless whether they're in the Discord or not, can be entered into a giveaway to win the loot drop. They will be entered every month. We will draw, and even non-Discord subscribers can win the loot drop. However, to claim the prize, you have to be in the Discord. So if you're not in the Discord, you will get fair warning to join the Discord, and if you don't do it, then we'll pass the prize on to someone else. It's just a rough world out there. You got to be prepared. Timeless with a loot drop. Hey, there you go. You love to see it. Mods, you fight out. For now, though, I am going to disappear. I'm going to see if there's anyone else to raid, so stick around. I'll throw the end slate up, and then we will drop a raid on one of our friends. Please do go along, because it's a beautiful thing to do. I will see you at 10 o'clock in the morning, though. Make sure you go to Twitter. Make sure you get involved in the competition, and make sure you come back 10 a.m. tomorrow for the PUBG fun times. Nice. Pippi's going to be playing PUBG as well. Imagine that. Until then, stay frosty. Yeah.